So this video is a little bit different than the kinds of videos I would normally make, but I had an issue with my generator and I looked online to try to find a solution, and surprisingly I couldn't find any videos on this specific issue, which really surprised me because normally you can find pretty much anything on YouTube, and there's usually some video out there that has a specific problem. Somebody else figured out how to fix it and would show you, but I couldn't find it. I mean, maybe there's a video out there, but I couldn't find it. But when I looked online, there were a lot of other people that had the same issue. So I thought, you know what, I'll make a really quick video on how I was able to figure it out. I was having problems with my remote generator switch not working properly, and this is how I figured it out. So I have a 1996 Lazy Days RV, and this is the original generator that came with it. It's the Onan Emerald Plus 4000 Genset generator, but I think that this problem is probably also shows up on other models of the Onan generator. So I think that this solution could work for you even if you have a different Onan generator. So I'm not able to start my generator with the remote switch. Doesn't work, but it starts with the external switch. So you can see the light is on, and so the switch is working and I'm able to shut it off. I just can't start it with this switch. I thought I found the problem right here with this harness. One of the wires was actually, it totally came out. Actually, all the middle wire actually came out, and I tried to splice it in there, but I probably didn't do a very good job because it still doesn't work. Let me show you the... Yeah, see, all the wires are just like super loose, and then look, it's all like corroded in there. You can see it's totally corroded. So I figured that was the problem. So I was able to find this part online. To replace the harness. I looked for to replace the harness, and it was, most places wanted to sell you the whole harness coming in the switch assembly, and it cost a ridiculous amount of money, like over $100. And I really just needed this. I needed the harness to be able to plug in to the starter, and then I figured if this is the problem, I would just splice these onto the existing wiring. And you know, it was literally, I think it was like $8 or something. It was like super cheap, this part. So I'm hoping this is the problem. So I read that I should be able to plug this in and jump the number 3 and number 1 cables. Like if I touch these two, it should start up. So I'm curious to see if that will work. Got it in there. Let's see if the theory works. Oh my God, I'm so excited. It works. I'm so excited. It only cost me $8. I'm so excited. So the number 3 and the number 1. You can see the number. Luckily they number it on the wire right there. You just start it. Now I just needed to splice the new wires with the existing wires, making sure to match the wire numbers correctly. I've seen online some people had the opposite issue, like they could start the generator with the switch but not stop it. And so I think that's probably the same issue here, where there's some sort of disconnect along one of the wires. And so you may not need to replace the plastic harness part like I did. I just had to do that because mine was so corroded that I couldn't get the wires seated back in there properly. But you may just have a loose wire somewhere else, or a damaged wire, or it's somehow disconnected somewhere along the line that you just need to simply splice together to fix the problem without buying the new part. But if you're having any issues with the switch, be sure to check these wires. I think that's probably going to be the problem. So once I spliced all the wires up, I just wrapped it up with some electrical tape. I just happened to not have any black electrical tape. I just had red, and so that's what I used. But I just thought it would help keep them better protected and keep it together by wrapping that up. And just a note, I didn't explain this earlier, but there are 5 wires here, 1, 2, 3, and then they skip 4, and then there's a 5 and a 6. So just a quick explanation. Wires 1, 2, and 3 are for the start-stop function of the remote switch, and then the number 6 wire is for the counter, the hour clock counter. And number 5, you may or may not use. It happens to be whether you have like a deluxe starter that has, I think it has like a battery gauge or a power output gauge. Mine doesn't have that. It just has a start-stop function and also a clock, an hour clock on there. So if you like, so for me, I didn't need the 5 wire. This is number 5, and so I just it's still there, but it's not connected to anything. But I just wrapped it up with everything together. But so if you don't have that deluxe starter module, then you don't have to worry about the number 5 cable. Okay, the moment of truth. Thank you again for watching. I hope that this helped you if you are having a similar issue with your RV. Be sure to check out some of my other videos if you are a fellow Lazy Days owner and want to see how I've been working on mine and trying to get it updated, or if you're just interested in RV renovations in general. I would love your support. But thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.